Welcome to the Lake Superior Railroad Museum. My name is Miles Pham, and today I'm going to be showing you our Duluth, Mesabi, and Iron Range Railway number 227. Let's head inside. A behemoth, huge, massive, and as long as the height of a water tower. This is our Duluth, Mesabi, and Iron Range number 227. This huge train was built in 1941, which means it is over 80 years old. This train was used on the Mesabi Road, where it hauled super long and heavy iron ore trains to be made into steel to make things just like your car. Now, these engines had to haul so many iron ore cars on those trains, so they had to add more wheels because the train was so heavy. The more wheels you added, the more traction you got. Now, the railroads had an issue with all those wheels. You know how your school bus has to be really careful going around curves? Well, that's basically the same thing that the railroads had an issue with. They couldn't go around curves without bending the rail. So, they basically split the engine in half, making it so the front could pivot on its own. As I said, it basically split the engine while still having the same amount of power and wheels. It was also similar to another engine known as the Union Pacific Big Boy. Now, something had to power it, right? And back in 1941, the most powerful thing was steam. And so they boiled lots of water using coal to heat it up, and so it made the steam. It wasn't like the steam coming off your food, it had pressure. And with that pressure, you could move powerful pistons, which were connected to rods, and the rods connected to the wheels, and the wheels would turn. Now right in here is where the coal went and was burned to heat up the water. The engine evaporated that water into steam at the amazing rate of over 12,000 gallons per hour. Now the coal was burned at over 10 to 12 tons per hour. Now you had to have somewhere to store all that coal and water, and so a huge car was attached behind the engine known as the tender. And the locomotive also had to warn some people when it was moving or when it was approaching a railroad crossing. And so a huge steam whistle and a huge bell were fitted right up on top to warn everybody that the train was coming. Now back in the 50s, the railroads found a new source of power, the diesel locomotive, and the steam locomotive were cast aside to be scrapped. Now, the Duluth, Mesabi, and Iron Range, though, decided to save a bunch of those engines, including the number 227. Now, one of the replacement engines of the 227 we actually have here in our collection. The DM&IR number 193, an SD-18 diesel locomotive, still runs excursions here on the North Shore Scenic Railroad. Now, you can visit the 227 and multiple other exhibits here in the Lake Superior Railroad Museum, located in the St. Louis County Depot, 7 days a week from 10 to 5. Thank you, folks, for tuning in, and I'm Miles Pham, and keep steaming on.